Don't worry if you don't speak the language of the country that you're going to study abroad in. I studied abroad in Austria and I didn't speak German. Most places that you go to will speak English, so don't fret if you can't speak the language, but it's always a benefit if you can learn it.
You don't have to speak another language at all. As part of my degree, I do study Mandarin. However, the level at which I know Mandarin is very low, so it assisted me in kind of using taxis and getting about, but you definitely don't have to know a language at all.
Did you know that 60% of students from 2012 to 13 that studied abroad were non-language students?
I don't think it's too expensive to study abroad. Obviously it depends on where you go, but a lot of the time the cost of living is lower when you're abroad. You still get financial support from student finance and from the university if you're from a low-income background. And for me as well, there were scholarship opportunities available, and I got a scholarship from the British Council to study in Hong Kong, which helped a lot.
Although some countries do cost more to live in, like Australia, I personally chose to balance out the higher cost of living there by then doing a semester in Malaysia where it's much, much cheaper to live in. And so overall in the year, I equalled about what I would have paid to stay in England.
You do also get a tuition fee reduction when you go abroad. If you go abroad for a year, you get a higher tuition fee reduction, but your fees are still reduced if you go abroad for a semester.
Studying abroad most definitely is not too expensive. You can get extra money from student finance if you're eligible. I was lucky enough to receive a travel grant from student finance through which I could claim back flights, visas, vaccinations, and got a good chunk of money back from those.
No, you won't really miss out on life in Nottingham. What I would say is if you don't choose to study abroad, you will miss out on life in Hong Kong, in Tokyo, in Sydney, so it's really something worth considering.
Although you might feel that you're missing some of the things that your friends are doing while you're away, you're going to be doing so many more exciting things while you're abroad in different countries, and you'll make so many new friends that you'll get to do fun things with as well.
On the flip side, I feel like other people missed out by not taking a year abroad because I gained so much going travelling, meeting new people and immersing myself in a new culture.
You won't be behind your peers when you return to Nottingham. If anything, you'll be ahead of them. I heightened my average while I was studying abroad, and my Mandarin mark actually increased while I was away as well.
So a lot of people worry that they'll be behind their peers when they come back to Nottingham after doing their study abroad period. However, this was not the case for me at all. With the American system, it's a continuous assessment, and that really benefited me because it allowed me to work on my time management skills, and I actually came back to Nottingham with a better average than when I left.
A recent survey showed that students who study abroad are more likely to achieve a 2-1 or a first than those students that don't study abroad.
For accommodation, I started sorting it out in around December, January time, even though I was away for a full year. So it's easily doable. If you're with a friend who is also in the UK as well, if you're living with them, try and get them to sort it out, but offer to help. When you're abroad, the application process is very simple. Usually the university would sort everything out for you and you just follow the application process.
Accommodation is really easy to sort out, even if you're studying abroad for one semester. I signed a contract with 6 housemates and then found somebody else who was studying abroad in the opposite semester to me, who then paid rent and lived in my room while I was away.
Well, you don't need to extend your degree programme. In my case, actually, it's compulsory to study abroad, which is great. So I already decided to kind of tag another year onto my degree before I started. But then most other students, you don't need to extend your degree programme, it'll be part of the 3-year course.
You don't have to extend it. I went on 2 different semester exchanges, both of them in my second year, and they counted as my second year, so I didn't have to do anything extra when I came back. I just went straight into my 3rd year with all my course friends.